Well, dear students, welcome to session number 6 of Unit 5. In this chapter, the Jenkins calorimeter is discussed. Okay, early in the beginning, I would like to tell you the Jenkins calorimeter is used to measure the calorific value of gaseous fuels. Right? This is the schematic diagram of Jenkins calorimeter. Okay, I'll start from the center. See, this is the chamber where the gas is burning. See, here the burner is provided. This burner is drawing the uh, gas from the source through the regulator. Well, then this is the chamber. This chamber is surrounded by continuous flow of the water. For this, the head tank is provided. You know that the water flows from the higher end to the lower one. Right. Then, when the fuels burns inside the combustion chamber of this Jenkins calorimeter, that burnt gases will be condensated, and that condensation or condensate is collected in this part. Then the temperature of that exhaust gas is also known. Okay, here the three thermometers are provided. The first one is to measure the inlet temperature of the water. This thermometer is used to outlet temperature of the water, and this thermometer is used to measure the exhaust gas of the burns. Then, see here the regulator is provided. Regulator is provided. Then, how by make use of this arrangement, how the calorific value of the fuel will be measured. Okay, this is how. Okay, I have shown here, everything is shown. Uh, The gas whose calorific value is to be measured is supplied through the pipes to the gas burner where it is burned. That is the chamber. The flow rate of the gas is measured by the flow meter. Flow meter. The pressure of the gas is measured by the manometer attached to the pressure regulator. Okay, it is not that manometer is not shown in the figure. It is not attached to the regulator in the figure. The heat produced by the combustion of the gas is absorbed by the cooled water flowing through the water jacket. The gases are cooled up to the room temperature as far as possible so that the entire heat released from the combustion may be absorbed by the circulating water. The temperature of the cooling water at inlet and outlet and exhaust gas temperature is also measured. The mass flow rate of the cooling water is also measured. Then volume flow rate of the gas is also measured to the standard temperature and pressure. That's okay. This is how the calorimeter is operated. Okay. To calculate the calorific value of that gaseous fuel, it has to be measured in terms of the volume. Here, see, this is the equation which is being used. Okay, Vg or V suffix G is the volume of the gas, and Cv is the specific heat of the, or sorry, calorific value of the sample gas in kilojoules per kg. Then MW as usual is the mass of the water. CW is the specific heat of the water in kilojoules per kg Kelvin, right? T1 is the cooling water temperature at the inlet. T Okay, Ti is the cooling water temperature in degree centigrade. M is the mass of condensate collected in the bowl of test in kg. Then H suffix Fg is the latent heat of the water at atmospheric temperature. Okay, in this context, what I would like to say, what is this latent heat? Sorry, latent heat. Latent heat means what? The amount of the heat absorbed or liberated when a substance changes from one phase to the other phase. For example, if the water changes from liquid to the vapor, then some amount of the heat will be absorbed by the water. See here, that is the latent heat of the water at atmospheric temperature. There is a constant. The latent heat of the water is 2260 kilojoules per kg. Okay, this is how then calorific value of this gaseous fuel is equal to mass of the water flow into calorific value of specific heat of the water, change in temperature, then mass of the condensated collected into latent heat of the water divided by volume of the gas. Okay, the unit of this calorific value of the gases is always kilojoules per meter cube. Okay, with this I am concluding this session, Jenker's calorimeter. Thank you.